Hello and welcome all lovers of indie games. I hope today's been amazing for you so far. We have another game review today, and it's for Stories From The Outbreak, a zombie survival turn-based roguelike where you need to ensure the safe passage for a group of survivors to the only means of escape during a zombie apocalypse. Just a huge thank you to Cold Wild Games for providing me a copy of Stories From The Outbreak. It really means a lot to me. It's time we talk about the story, gameplay, graphics, and what I thought about Stories From The Outbreak. These will all be segmented below so you can jump to the parts you want to see, so sit back, relax, and let's all survive together. Stories From The Outbreak centres around a group of individuals all trying to survive and get to the docks for the very last ferry out of town. The road will be tricky, and the hordes will just get tougher the further we venture, but as long as we don't lose faith in one another, I'm sure we'll all make it. The map itself is split into multiple different routes. Each route will have a different encounter that will change the outcome of your journey. If you fight more zombies, you'll be stronger and have more stats for boss fights, but you might run into the issue of being killed if you aren't prepared. This happened to me a lot. I will say the game is on the difficult side for a roguelike, and I think that might put some people off. I was able to complete a run all the way up until the end, and felt amazed by the time I got there. It really gave me that sense of accomplishment for completing a hard game, so high five me. Each member of the party that you pick up will have a story to tell, and they will interact with other members of the party as we continue towards the ferry. These interactions can have positive or negative effects depending on what action you may have just completed on the overworld map. The changes that happen to these people may be that someone gets in a certain mood. This will in turn affect their stats, and could be the difference in a fight if they live or die. So try to be as nice and friendly as possible. Let's talk about the turn-based action now, and I have no complaints whatsoever over here. Each character has their own movesets that might make you want to use them over someone else. One might be a healer, while the other one might be one who inflicts bleed damage. I know when I play these types of games, I like to have at least one damage dealer, two tankier people at the front, and a healer to patch us all up, and that worked for me here. You can have 4 people in your party at a time, but if you do find more survivors, they'll go into an idle slot, so if you do sadly lose someone, you can just bring them in straight away. Don't feel like you need to shun people away if you've already got 4 in your party. As you fight more zombies, your moves will be upgraded to do something a little different. It might be that one only does a single target damage, can now be upgraded to do AoE damage in a line instead. I'm a massive fan of this. Instead of just getting new moves over and over and you're not too sure which one to use at a given time, you can just get certain ones stronger. These are ones that you typically use more often, which makes it great when they do get upgraded. Currently in the early access build of the game, it has 3 different zones that you need to complete to finish a run. At the end of these zones is a boss fight, and boy oh boy do these things shake the boat. I lost a lot of survivors to these things that shake up how you play the game if you win, or if you're unlucky you'll need to start the run all over again as everyone would have been killed. Now, I'm not going to show you the last boss, but I will give you a little hint. I killed them with bleed damage. It seemed to do the trick quite nicely. And just between us two, don't tell anyone I told you. I think it's time for a little song. All around me is pixel graphics. Lovely, beautiful pixel graphics. And I mean, just wow, to how stunning this game is. I would sometimes just focus on the zombies or the survivors, as the way they move is kind of hypnotizing. From the characters, to the background scenery, to the overworld map, everything just looks amazing. If you're just looking for a turn-based action game, then look no further, because this one is stunning. Just stop there, don't move your eyes, look here. Cool, you got it right, sign here please, you now own this game. Stories From The Outbreak is a fantastic addition to the genre, and one I think will age like fine wine. It's still in early access, and more content will just continue to pour out until its full release. I would recommend this to anyone, but I would put a warning on the game as well. As the game is rather difficult, I don't think a lot of people will like that, and I really want people to remember that before they go and buy it. Don't think it'll be a walk in the park, as it isn't. It's a walk into a full-on zombie horde. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching till the end. It means a lot to me. I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye!